Hey everybody, it's Mrs. C and I'm here to do the first of hopefully a few review videos for your midterms. I'm going to jump right into it. Today I'm just going to go over some of the basics, expressions, equations, and I'm doing it without a stylus, so you'll have to pardon my poor handwriting. So we start with number 7. The problem reads 7 plus 3 times the quantity of 10, and you can look at this, minus 7x. It's in your drive, and you can go ahead and read along with me, or maybe you're going over this after you've already tried it. So here it is. There's no equation. You see how here I don't have anything going on, and so therefore I'm not going to come up with an answer. I am only going to simplify, and that's what the directions are going to read, simplify the expression. Remember that we always do our distributive property first in a case that looks like this. And so then we would have 30 minus 21x. Bring down that 7. Combine like terms. In this case, it would be our constants, 37. And I've got no other x's, minus 21x. Final answer, 37 minus 21x, or option, negative 21x plus 37. All right, let's move on to the next. All right, our next problem, let me see, which one shall I pick? I would like to do an equation now. Let's look at the difference. And so I'm going to do number 13. Number 13 on our study guide, big number, 137, is equal to, there's our equal, 5a minus 6 times the quantity of a negative 3a, I'm running out of room, plus 4, close parentheses, that's it. All right, now remember, divide your field. So everything you do on the right, you do separate of what you do on the left, and there's nothing to do on the left, so I'm going to jump right to the right. I'm going to do my distributive property. That's going to give me an 18a and a negative 24. And it's a positive 18a, so I'll put a plus there, bring that 5a down, bring 137 down, and simplify on the right side before I move anything. So put the a's together in this case, and I'll have a 23, isn't it? 18 and 2 is 3 and 3 and 23, final answer, minus a 24 equal to a 137. Now, oh boy, sorry, I don't quite know how to extend my paper. Maybe I can't extend my paper. I don't even know what I was just saying. Okay, I want to get my letters and my numbers together, and in this case, opposite operation if I'm going to go across this line. Remember, if I'm going to try to cross that line, I have to use the opposite operation to do it. So watch, plus 24, and there we go. So I am going to just do my math here real quick. I'll worry if 23 doesn't go evenly into 161. That's when I'll worry that I did some math wrong. So I'm going to divide both sides by 23, and now I have no more space. So I have to, let's see if 161 is divisible by 23. And I'm back, and yes it is. It is divisible 7 times. So my final answer, I don't have a calculator with me, so I had to do some old school math. A is equal to 7. You double check me on my answer key. A little awkward if I get this wrong. I'm going to be pretty aggravated. Now remember, I might as well figure it out now. Recall that there's a check step to these. Let me change my color for a moment. Check step would be to substitute a 7 in wherever we see the A. Now, if I screw this up, I'm going to say I did it on purpose, just so you know. That would be a 35. Let's do inside the parenthesis first. A negative 3 times 7 is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then I have to times that by this negative 6 on the outside. So let's see, 6 times 25, well 4 times 25 is 100, 2 more would be 50, so how about a negative 150? Nope, I see the mistake, hang on, I see it. because that wasn't working out. Hang on, back it up. Back it up like a Tonka truck. Okay. This is where it screwed up here. Let me erase. Isn't this fun? All right, so a negative 3 times 7 is a negative 21. And when I added the 4. And though it says plus 4, you see the signs are different. So I should have subtracted, which would have given me a negative 17, I do believe, right? Yes. Now, that negative 17 times is to the negative 6, giving me a positive, whatever 6 times 17 is. So I will just write my 6 here, and then that's going to be 102, I think. Rewind, play back, let's do the math. 7 times 6 is 42. That's a little 4. And then 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 more is 10. So I'm getting a 102. Now let's see if 102 and 35 gives me 137. Let's hope it does. 102. And then that's a 7, and that's a 3, and that's a 1. Oh, glorious. It is correct. Boy, it was harder to check than it was to actually do the problem. Makes it a lot easier if you have your graphing calculator and your Stokey. Here we go. There's my little marks when I was doing my division step. So that was that problem. We did that one correct. Let's try another one. Let me see if I can find another good one. I am looking at your midterm right now. I see one that I want to do. I bet this one got a few of you. Let's try, and let me shift back to my old black color. Let's try this one. This is number 11. It's x minus 5 over 2. And that's equal to a negative 4. Now, I wrote that awfully big. I hope I don't have trouble squeezing this process in. I want you to notice that just because it's a fraction, don't freak out. It's just the quantity of x minus 5 that's being divided by 2. So, because there's really nothing, let me divide my field there, because there's really nothing more I can do because the x minus 2 is trapped in the numerator together, I'm just going to get rid of the denominator. Remember I told you, if you don't like a denominator, get rid of it. In this case, if you're dividing by 2, the opposite would be to times everything by 2. Remember, what you do to one side, you do to the other. Easy breezy. Those cancel out, leave you x minus 5, and then it becomes the babiest of problems. Look at that. X minus 5 equals negative 8. Just add 5 to both sides. And you get x is equal to, I won't screw this up, subtract, don't add, negative 3. Now you think your answer is negative 3, then plug it back in and double check. If this is a negative 3 and a negative 5 is a negative 8. Negative 8 divided by 2 is a negative 4, which was the original problem. It checks out. All right, to keep this video under my 10-minute YouTube allotment, or 15 minutes, or whatever it is, I am going to take a look and see what I've got. Hang on. I don't see one that I like. Just hold, please. Hold, please. I'll find one. Okay, let's do an inequality. It goes something like this. 5 times the quantity of x plus 5, close parentheses, greater than or equal to 45. And if you're playing along at home, this is problem number 18. All right, I still divide my field. We have the quantities, so we want to distribute. I'm going to get a 5x plus 25, and then 45 on the other side. I'm going to cross over now, minus 25 from both sides. I'm minusing. Am I supposed to flip my inequality sign? No. You only flip the inequality when you divide or multiply by a negative, not when you subtract. We get a little bit confused with that. Don't worry. Only in this case, right here, where you see what I'm doing now, dividing everybody by 5, had it been a negative 5, then I would be flipping the sign. So I'm not. I had a positive. So your final answer Even though it's negative, you don't flip the sign. The final answer is x is greater than or equal to a negative 4. Now you can check that by plugging in the negative 4 using your Stokie if you have your calculator, or just your head. Negative 4 plus 5 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. Is 5 greater than or equal to 45? No. So I must have screwed something up. So let me go back and look and double check my work. If I plug in the negative 4, and then let's see, I did 5x and 25, 45, and then I minused, and when I minused, I got 20, and I divided by, where did that negative come from? What the heck is going on there? Oh, I think I was talking about a negative, and so I wrote a negative. So what's going to change? You see how important that check step is? That check step, I totally did that on purpose. That check step, it caught me and my screw up. And what better time to screw up and show you how important a check step is than before a midterm or before a midterm test. So look, I saw that that didn't work. The answer I got was 5. 5 isn't greater than or equal to 45. Now let's look. Now it's 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. And when you do the check step this way, you should get a check equal. They should equal. Now the inequality we're going to graph. So remember our 0 there, right? 4 is on the right side. And then I have in, what is this? That is a closed interval. So I like to use a bracket, shade right. And there we go. Then that's when I notice that all of my values are going to be greater than the 4. All right, I'm going to do one more for you so I don't run over time. And the one that I want to do is, let me see, compound inequality, not just yet. I think the one that I want to try is, oh, what the heck, let's do this one. This is number 19. We have a negative 3 minus 5a plus 6a. Got a little simplifying to do, greater than or equal to, again, 1. All right, in this case, don't go moving anybody across that line until you simplify. So when we simplify, we get a negative 3 plus a. If you want to put the 1, that's fine, plus 1a. Then I'm going to add my 3, and I get a greater than or equal to 4. I come up here, I do a check step, because after the mistakes I've been making, I don't want to go without a check step. I have a negative 3 minus 20. Let me just do it down here so I don't have a lot of room. A negative 3 minus 20 plus 24. This is supposed to equal 1. Well, 23 over here, negative 23 plus 24, that's a positive 1. Awesome. The values check out. And now what I want to do is I just want to graph it. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of space. I'm going to do a nice little grand finale here. 0 here, 4 here. It's still a, my goodness, it looks a lot like the last one, right? Closed interval, shade right. All right, guys, next video that I do, we'll do some of the other problems and continue to review. Remember, any questions you have, come to me in class, and I will talk to you about them. Peace out. Later, Gators. Study hard.